Hello and welcome to the 2024 Division II Rowing Selection Show. I'm your host, Will Haskett. 6 teams continue their seasons today in pursuit of a national title. That title, for now, still belongs to Cal Poly Humboldt, which won its 3rd national championship a season ago. Are they back to defend? And which team maybe will field the boats capable of becoming a new national champion? The team championship is coming up. It's comprised of 6 teams. And again this year, each team is required to field 1 boat of 8 rowers and 1 boat of 4 rowers. Add up all the scoring totals from both of those meets, and you have a national champion. The championships will be held May 31st through June the 1st at Lake Hardship at East Fork State Park in Bethel, Ohio, with Marietta College, Discover Claremont County, and Visit Cincy USA serving as our hosts. It promises to be a tremendous weekend of races. So who is heading to Ohio to race? We will unveil all 6 teams in alphabetical order. And we start with the champs. Cal Poly Humboldt have a chance to defend as the Lumberjacks return to the national meet in pursuit of title number 4. They enter off a 2nd place finish in the GNAC Championship, which might be an omen for success. Last year, the team also finished runner-ups in conference before heading to New Jersey to earn the national title. The team embraced that underdog role a season ago. They hope to use it again to best the field for another national championship. They had 3 first-team All-GNAC honorees this year, including Dana Foley, who is the newcomer of the year in 2022 and rower of the year last season. A familiar name checks in next. Central Oklahoma, maybe a slight sigh of relief as the season continues. The runner-ups a year ago look to reclaim their spot atop the sport. The Broncos have won 3 national titles and finished 1st or 2nd in 6 of the last 7 national meets. This was a team ranked number 1 in the nation just a couple of weeks ago, but rode 3rd at the GNAC meet. Had this group refocused on the effort it will take to be first when it matters most coming up next weekend. The key in practice before Ohio will be the varsity 4 boat. That boat came in 4th place during the conference meet. They need that to get better. That's a deficit that they could not overcome. Embry-Riddle smiling all the way from the Sunshine State as the Eagles capture the Sunshine State Conference crown for a 3rd consecutive season. Now look for their best ever finish in the national meet. The conference crown came down to the strength of their varsity 8 boat, which took 1st place, a dominating performance. They won that race by 7.5 seconds. That crew will need to be strong again in the national championship race. Embry-Riddle has 4 conference selections this year, all conference. Abby Webb, Reagan Hurt, Alexander Weiler, and Laurel Grind made the all-SSC team for 2024. Mercyhurst is our 4th team to unveil. 20 years after the Lakers' first national title, could this year produce title number 3? The last time out in the water at the Dad Vales, the 8 boat for the Lakers was able to cross the line first. It's been a shortened season a bit due to some cancellations for some meets, but it was a huge result for a team looking to build momentum heading to Ohio. Mercyhurst now has that, looking to win the title for the 2nd time in the last 3 years. The program dominated the meet in 2022, so there is national championship experience on this roster when it comes to getting it done. Seattle Pacific next to unveil. Make it 3 teams now from the GNAC, including this crew, which features the top varsity 4 boat in the conference this season. The Falcons used their position in lane 2 to set the pace down the 2,000-meter course and row that boat across the line more than 3 seconds ahead of the nearest competition. And while the varsity 8 boat could not match the strength of their teammates in the 4, it was a tight race and a margin the Falcons understand could easily be flipped when the foes gather again for a national championship. All that's left to accomplish for this program is a national title. Closest the Falcons came were national runner-ups back in 2010. That leaves one. You know who it might be. It's Western Washington as we round it out with the 8-time national champions in the 4th and final program from that GNAC meet. The Vikings were the best team on the Gold River in that championship, taking gold in the varsity 8 race and bronze in the varsity 4. And as a show of strength for their depth, the team also captured the exhibition race with an additional 4 boat. It was the 2nd GNAC title for the Vikings, who talked openly after the meet that they did not plan on being finished this postseason, circling the national meet as the last prize and what they hope is a perfect end of the season. 20th championship appearance in the national meet for this program in its history. So there are the 6 teams that have qualified. Also unveiling today, here are your heat assignments for both the 8s and the 4s. You start with the 8s. Heat A, Seattle Pacific in lane 2. Western Washington, the GNAC championship boat right there, is in lane 3. And Mercyhurst, coming off a win in the Dad Vale in that 8 boat, is right there in lane 4. Heat B of the 8s, Embry-Riddle in lane 2. They won in this boat in the Sunshine State Conference. Central Oklahoma in lane 3, and Cal Poly Humboldt in lane 4. As for the 4s, Heat A, Embry-Riddle in lane 2, Seattle Pacific, the GNAC champions in lane 3, Central Oklahoma in lane 4, and powerhouse programs there with the 4s in Heat B, with Mercyhurst on the inside of lane 2, Cal Poly Humboldt in lane 3, and Western Washington in lane 4. So we have all 6 teams now officially prepping the boats for the trip to Ohio and the heats and the lanes they will race in upon arrival. Once again, the championship held May 31st through June 1st at Lake Harsha at East Fork State Park in Bethel, Ohio. Please make sure you follow along with the action right here on NCAA.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Will Haskett. Congratulations and best of luck to all of the student athletes competing in this year's championship.
If you're not here for Fandom 101, you're in the wrong class. Here, we learn the fundamentals of fanology, the basics of bringing the noise, and the physics of bringing out. Your path to fan mastery begins here. It's all part of the curriculum. The NCAA Championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.